You literally have thousands of people all over the world hanging on your every word, and we've all formed like Voltron as hexagons. What would you like to see for all your hexagon community? Like, what would you like to see happen?
I meet tons of people that hate me, dislike me without knowing anything about me, and just hate money in general. And my job is to free people. And to be free, you need money.
In this video, Richard Hart discusses the need for outbound messaging to increase awareness of the benefits of HEX.com, a cryptocurrency with a 38% APY. He believes that HEX is the best product in the world and that it could save many people's lives if more people knew about it. Richard then suggests using stickers, interviews, and unique benefit statements to promote HEX.com. He also believes that there is a lot of opportunity in the educational space, particularly for those who are willing to pay for information. Finally, Richard Hart discusses his use of outrage marketing to promote his brand, which has been successful in engaging new audiences who may not have heard of him before.
You literally have thousands of people all over the world hanging on your every word, and we've all formed like Voltron as hexagons. What would you like to see for all your hexagon community? Like, what would you like to see happen?
I want to see you guys do more outbound messaging. I want to see more stickers all over the world with hex.com, you know, and we also have the world's largest free airdrop. Like, it solves the blowing up the environment problem that Bitcoin and Ethereum are currently doing. Like, we've got so much good stuff, but the easy one that exists that people can on-ramp to, the easiest because it exists, hex.com, 39% APY or 38 or whatever. You have to look it up. I mean, if you're rounding, you could put 40, but I think 38 is just dandy. You know, hex.com, 38% APY. And you could put the logo if you want. Logo looks awesome, but you don't have to. The unique benefit statement and the .com, vital, important. Actual awesome hexagon logo, optional. And, you know, I also think that there's a whole industry of guys out there that charge to teach people how to do stuff and get lots of users, and then they get users that they wouldn't have got had they gave away the info for free. So I think there's a space for penetrating these. People will only care if they pay for the info, people, you know? So I think there's a lot of opportunity in the educational space as well. It's really all about outbound messaging, man. We have the best, okay, I'm going to say this, but it might not be totally accurate, but I'm going to say it anyway because I feel like saying it. I think Hex is the best product in the world. I absolutely love it. Amazing, wonderful, works flawlessly. I absolutely love Hex. I love it. And I think so many other people would feel the same way if they got to experience it. But it's being hidden from them by scumbags that are jacking them for their money and ruining their lives. The exchanges that people lose all their life savings on, either due to rug pulls or margin trading, hiding it. The market cap ranking sites where everyone learns about the next thing to get rug pulled on and go to zero, hiding it. Influencers, hiding it, etc. Like, everybody's hiding the thing that could save so many people's lives. And so, like, outbound messaging, I think, is the best, the absolute best. Direct mail, in person, door to door, whatever. People have to hear about it. And so
we already did that. Do you have another tip?
A lot of people say that they did a thing, but they don't actually do the thing. You know?
I put even stickers on your car. I went door to door in America. I made conferences with
they didn't have the .com on them, did they? They might have. I think they did. But they didn't have the APY on them.
Well, it was the first hex sticker I ever made. So they evolve, yes, and they get better. And I asked questions.
But I liked it.
For me, it was like the first one I created.
Yeah. I understand.
This isn't
but you got to understand. Look, making them and deploying them properly are totally different things, right?
Yes, I figured that out.
So, like, where are they getting stuck? You know? And then I think interviews are a great spot. I mean, a lot of people that have spoken here to me say that they heard about me on an interview. And so I think other hexagons could interview well elsewhere. And the great part about doing interviews is a whole new audience that's not yours. John McAfee used to do this really well. He would do interviews with like everybody, and he had a lot of followers, you know. So I mean, telling you to go into audiences you don't already have and use unique benefit statements, there's not really any other magic. Like that's what I'm doing, you know? Yeah, so, you know, the outrage marketing, it's sad that so few people have, I guess, the attention span to pay attention to my live streams or read my books, because I've covered this 100 times. So for instance, I got a new Rolls-Royce Cullinan $700,000 one, and it's only utility to me is that I can brag about it. I mean, I've got like 6 cars. I don't drive them. They just flex value, right? So, I mean, occasionally like I'll beat on one at the track or something, but by and large, I don't drive them. So, you know, I sent a tweet that says, I like getting driven in my Rolls-Royce by the people that think they're better than me on foot. And then for some reason, the people that I like that don't think they're better than me include themselves in the insult and get angry. And you're like, hey guys, are you on foot being driven by, like I'm driving by you on foot, a fan of mine, and then are you judging me and saying you hate me and stuff? No, that's not the case. Well, then you don't qualify for the insult, because I assure you in my day-to-day life, I meet tons of people that hate me, dislike me without knowing anything about me, and just hate money in general. And my job is to free people. And to be free, you need money, period. Which is why I invent monies, which is why I give out free coins. So, you know, I do very good outrage marketing. It gets good engagement, particularly engagement from people that don't already know me. And I know that that's what works for these newspapers, because that's the only reason they cover me. Now, how many other founders could they cover? How many cryptocurrencies are there? Tons. But I get the coverage because I'm more interesting, period. Now, being interesting is nice. That gets me some coverage. Predicting prices gets me even more kind of even coverage now, I guess. And then they would purposely still hide HEX and Pulse Chain. And I think it's hilarious, people that hate HEX and they call me a scammer and they call HEX a scam. And you're like, hey, well, is Pulse Chain a scam? You forgot that one, guys. Or my free self-help books that have been out for longer than I've been in crypto, are those a scam? Are, you know, they're just so silly. Like the haters I run into are so silly. And so like, on the one hand, I feel bad for fans of mine who may not have as much money as they wish, that feel insulted about me doing good outrage marketing, good flex marketing, the same marketing that has worked for Conor McGregor, Jake Paul, the Kardashians, and every of the other richest, famousest, most popularist people. Everyone does this. Who is famous that doesn't do outrage marketing? The Dalai Lama? Maybe. The Pope? Maybe. But he's rolling in a really nice Mercedes. So, you know, like I'm doing what works. The metrics show that it works. I'm getting traction with news agencies and newspaper reporters that I wasn't previously. And just today, Business Insider published a bunch of, you know, my price commentary, and for the first time talked about HEX, and for the first time talked about Pulse Chain. That's progress. The previous articles didn't include those words whatsoever. It's a big deal. And so when people write favorably about me or HEX or Pulse Chain, or the SENS Foundation or medical research, stuff like that. I like to reward them with likes and retweets. And, you know, if their reach grows, good for them. They deserve it. And then maybe they come back and talk to me about more interesting stuff. So yeah, this and the other magic to outrage marketing is if someone already follows you and is already 100% on board and down with the stuff that you care about, it isn't useful to trigger them. It isn't useful to be outrageous towards them unless they just need to be aware of it so they can use it as fuel to go trigger other people. So I don't, other than to just respond to the occasional guy that's crying in my thread, like, you know, oh, you lost a follower. I don't know why you became so materialistic. Hey, guys, I'm still streaming from the same place that I've been streaming in for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, like this, it's very hard as a self-help author that gives away free self-help books to be told about as materialism. I am only as materialistic as it helps me help other people. That's it. So, I mean, like, if I didn't have a social media following, I wouldn't spend all this money. And I think for most people, it doesn't work, right? Like, there are a lot of other people shopping in the same stores that I'm at, and they're not getting any flex value for their stuff. So, in summary, and by the way, you guys that are out there, you know, putting stickers on your cars, putting stickers in bathrooms. On the one hand, I'm all for property rights. And on the other hand, I want to change the world for the better. And a gas pump that has a legitimate thing that may help you change your life. That language is messed up. May could help you. I don't know. Hey, I'm trying to be artful with this. If you don't get the word out, a lot of people aren't going to have the opportunity to participate and participate at prices that are 20-fold better than people that participated previously. The boom and bust cycle of crypto is well known and well popularized by me. I'm the one that tells you everything drops hard. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity for a lot of people. And if they don't find out about it, and look, you guys do all the advertising. So got to tell you the truth, guys. I haven't put a sticker on anything. Maybe once. I think one time I put a sticker on something. But in general, I haven't done it. But you guys are doing it. That's amazing. You guys are sending out mail. I haven't sent any mail. You guys are sending out mail. I love it. I think it's t.me/hex. Let me check it. Let me check it real quick. And I feel so sorry for Twitter because they're going to be on my channel and this isn't on my channel. Yep. t.me/hex postcards. I love what those guys are doing because one of the few, you know, cryptocurrency was invented for censorship resistance. And what is one of the very few censorship resistant methods of communication that we have left to us? The physical mail. The physical mail. They can't ban you from the physical mail. Thank God. Thank God. Because everywhere else, they just ban the heck out of you. You know, like, it's hilarious to me. And I also know that the physical mail works because, you know, I see in New York, Washington, what is it? Wall Street Journal. Some guy on Twitter works for the Wall Street Journal, complains about this mail that he got. And you're like, hey, maybe learn instead of crybaby, you know? The stuff that we're doing is awesome and has been awesome. 1,000 days of perfect, flawless operation while everything else around us got wrecked. 1,000,000% price performance before staking. And it luckily dips once in a while. And some people get to participate at the dips. So.
Next, Richard Hart discusses his use of outrage marketing to promote his brand. He explains that he recently bought a new Rolls-Royce and tweeted about it as a way to flex his wealth and engage his audience. Hart believes that outrage marketing is effective because it gets good engagement, particularly from people who do not already know him. He also explains that his job is to free people, and to be free, you need money, which is why he invented HEX and gives out free coins. The speaker concludes by emphasizing the importance of outbound messaging and encouraging hexagons to use unique benefit statements to promote hex.com.
But hey, you know what?
So how about you create more drama?
Well, I think that the world's largest free airdrop is just going to be so sick. But like, I mean, I am. Like, did you hear my last Twitter space? I savaged this dude so hard.
Oh, that guy was
he fucking tapped out. He was like, I'm leaving. Like, you're a coward, dude.
You got 1,800 new followers from that. Funny and Jim got 600, and Tone Vase got 50 new followers.
Yep. That's beautiful metrics. And here's what's funny. This guy, the Swan Bitcoin guy, he said, I'm not going to come on the show, and no one else should come on the show because it just promotes a bunch of crap. And then it made me make a tweet. It's so funny. The Bitcoin guys that have no followers are afraid of talking to anyone else because they're giving them a platform. And so they silence themselves into obscurity. And so I went on there and did what this idiot wouldn't do because he's an idiot. And I got 1,800 new followers. And he got 0 because he thought he was cool and thought being silent and not talking to people was how you save them. That's not how you save people. Well, it's not how I do it.
Tone Vase should be silent more, honestly.
I agree with that. That would be a better world. We would be in a better world then. So like, yeah, I got 18. And so people were like, I went to a community outside my normal one, and it gave me 1,800 new users, and I'm only sitting on 250,000. So like 1,800 out of 250,000, it's like basically a 1% bump. So I got a 1% bump in my users by going on a show that other people were too stupid to go on, you know? And like, and then basically other people ended up on there because they saw that I was killing it and they wanted to clout chase me, basically, you know? I like when I'm beating people in debates so badly, but then I even realize the savaging they're getting. Like this dude was like, tell me about the Howey test. And then I like expand past Howey into like administrative rulings and like family likeness tests. And I'm just like way beyond Howey, but his brain doesn't understand that. Like he doesn't understand that there's extra non-Howey things. His little mini brain thinks, and he's a smart dude, but just like not smart enough. Like he's like, I know so much more about this stuff than these guys that they don't understand how little they know. And you're just like, or they keep saying like, you keep comparing it to Bitcoin. And you're like, yes, because it is like the same thing with a proof of work change.